2 keys I like to give my players when we talk about defense. Now, some of you guys, you're coaching kids that, you know, the ball when it's hit, it has this trajectory, right? So defense, you can get multiple steps to the ball. Other ones, like, you know, these guys face, is that you get 1 step and that's it. So I always like to train that first step, okay? How many guys fence? Cool. All right, so in fencing, they talk about hand and foot at the same time. That's where you're supposed to apply. Okay, so what we want to teach them, okay, is the hand and foot at the same time. A lot of times the first thing that goes is the hand. So now I have, my center of gravity is outside my feet and I can't pick up this foot to go anywhere, okay? So you want to take hand and foot at the same time to the ball. And along with that, the second key is you want to get the back side of the ball. So many times players play right at contact, okay? So then you're just sending the ball to the stands so mom and dad can have a souvenir. We want to get the back side of the ball to bring it back to target. Awesome. So just hit 1 step left or right. Okay, so Whitney, I want you to work on 1 step to ball. Good. You can even extend them farther because these guys are good. Good. So step 1 foot to the ball. I want to hand it with it at the same time. She juked you. That's why she's an All-American. She can do 1 step. Good. Watch that. See that step, hand, and the ball at the same time. Minimally, if you get that 1 arm behind the ball, the second will follow to scoop to target. Good. So again, they're stopped like everyone's been talking about. You can't take a step if you're moving. So they're stopped on contact, step, hand, and flip the ball, back side of the ball to target. Good. Those are my 2 keys.
Mark is next, but hey, notice how Cassidy can control the ball. She's one of the great 6-skill volleyball players in the country, national team, college, what have you. If you have to have defensive drills, sometimes it's good to have your players hit the ball. The least ball control in volleyball is hitting a volleyball. The sooner they can hit the ball with control, top spin, you're going to be pretty good. So, all right, Mark.
Okay. You know, I think as coaches, once you get the players to master a certain skill, you want to push to the next level. So we talked about players being able to dig balls that are hit at them. That's good. So once they can do that, then you become more demanding. You want the players to be able to dig balls that are hit near them. And so we're going to talk briefly about sprawling and rolling. The key thing is you still want to remain on your feet as much as you can. But there will be situations where you can't stay on your feet to get the ball. So first we're going to look at sprawling. And I'm going to test Cassidy out straight away here. We're going to hit a few balls in front of her. I want you to just look at the way she gets the balls in front of her, then we'll talk about some of the techniques of sprawling. There, that's perfect. Ah, my hip was perfect. Alright, another perfect one as well. So if you notice, it's very hard to get her to do it in slow motion, but she played the ball before any part of her body really got onto the floor, especially her knees. And you'll see a lot of people when they play defense and they're on the floor, I don't know if you can, you know, do a bad defensive move here, but if you drop to your knees before the ball gets to you, so like that, right, look at that. Right, drop to your knees before the ball gets there, and it's very hard. You have to hit a little bit better than that. So we want you to stay on your feet because once you're on your knees, very difficult to move. But one more watch with Cassidy again, going forward and really pay attention to the fact that her knees aren't on the floor before she plays the ball. There, like that. And then she goes forward, so she maintains a platform out in front of her, knees off the floor, and that wasn't such a great hit. So that's sprawling, being able to play the balls in front of you. It's a very difficult skill to do. The other one is rolling. You're a roller as well? Thanks. I knew you would be. So, same thing. We want you to step in the direction of the ball. If you can play it staying on your feet, ideal. If you can't, then you need to be able to roll. The thing about rolling is it's a quick way of getting back up on your feet again, but once again, she's staying on her feet, plays the ball, hits the floor. There's nothing wrong with being on the floor when you're playing the ball. You just want to play the ball, hit the floor. Not hit the floor, play the ball. That's the key thing, and often players are on the floor, and once you're on the floor, you're in trouble. And the last thing is, and this is one thing Laura, the other assistant, goes on to our players about all the time, talk about hopping before defense. It's called a pre-hop. Pre meaning before the ball's hit. It's become a during hop. And it's very difficult when you're in the air, both feet are off the ground, to change direction. Few people can do it. it's pretty difficult. Your Zen master can do it. It's a very difficult thing to do. You've got to have your feet on the floor so that you can move. And when your feet are both off the floor, they're not. And if you get a video of your team, freeze frame it as the other team's hitting. I'll bet you anything you like, 5 out of 6 players, 4 out of 6 if you've got a couple of blockers there, probably have their feet off the ground, or at least be on their toes and you can see under their soles of their feet. You want to get them stopped, then they can move after the ball's hit at them, deflect it off the block, whatever. So, they're mine. Thanks, Casey.
Could one of you, Michael, or could just hit some balls at your team? Let's dig overhand. Can we dig a few balls overhand? Hey, you know, now that's a great skill to have, to be able to dig the ball, cover the ball overhand, and really, hey, the technique here is to make sure, again, if I can use underhand, overhand, neutral hands, but, so he's going to hit some overhand, some big underhand, just dig the ball, right? The more you do this, the better your overhand skills are going to become. And hey, it's really just setting the ball, getting my arms up there. Let's do another technique. Let's put our hands together, cup our hands, or any of you teach that, Michael? Yeah. So you just the double Tommy. I like it. Yes. So all of these techniques are things that you can do defensively. All right, ladies, thank you. Now, I want to make sure all of you realize that this game, evolutionary of the sport of volleyball. When I first started playing at 17 back in the 60s, this was illegal until 1964-5. All balls were received overhand in serve reception. This was a double hit. You could only dig the ball this way or with one hand. I said, well, isn't that a double hit? So for a long time, hey, people really dug that ball, set the ball, and received serve overhand. The game now, you've got to just get people, you've got tall players, big players at the higher levels, but at your levels, you got to make sure, do they have underhand, overhand skills, and those are just acquired by repetition. You've got to do it over and over and over and over again.